Shalom, shalom, Ashar Shabbat, shalom, Sha'ak Bayana. All right, today got a little short lesson coming at y'all. Just to remind our people, man, we got to do what the Most High says to do, and we can't have this spirit that we want to be everybody else, man. We got to be ourselves. We have a culture, we have history, strong history. We didn't start at slavery. We didn't start at the bottom or anything of that nature, man. The Most High chose us to be the greatest, and if we keep following everybody else, we just never gonna come into who was created to be, right? So I'm gonna open up in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5. Because you know what, our people, man, hard-headed Negroes, you know, they talk about something and they never want to hear the message. I know our people was mentioning that, our people, they just wanted to get your opinion and stuff, but we deal with the scriptures over here. No emotions, none of that garbage coming up here, man. It's just all Bible, all Most High's word, right? So we're gonna start out in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 1. Let me say this is the book of Ecclesiastes, verse
All right, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of Yahweh, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
come, because our people just want to talk and talk and talk just to be heard. It's just for you to honor them and to look at their knowledge and their wisdom for what they know is something special. And we know this is a prior lesson we just came out of. Nobody's wisdom surpasses the Most High Yahweh. The Most High is all knowing, all everything, man, all powerful. How can you outthink a person that created you from every organ in your body to your skin cells to even the hair that come through your follicles, man? You can't outthink and outmaster the Most High. Even when you might think, hey, I don't figure this out or this chemical here and this compound this and all of that stuff, and you know, as the scientists try to talk about this universe started this way, and every time they try to go against the scripture, they always end up hitting their head against the wall, finding out that the Bible was right the whole time. Right? All right, let's get verse 2.
Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before Yahweh. For Yahweh is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few.
So we should always say less, listen more, say less. Let the Most High, who's sitting on the higher status than we are, can't even reach the Most High. They've been making spaceships and building towers and doing all type of stuff to reach the heavens and still can't do it, man. There is no way that we're gonna do it. If the Most High don't want you to be there, you ain't gonna be there. It just ain't gonna play out that way for you. All right.
For a dream cometh. Well, what did you do?
So Salaki, good.
For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words.
Come. All that talking and talking. You see how foolish somebody is with all that talking, just rambling, and never get to a point. Never come to the conclusion of anything. Like the scriptures say, ever learning. Never ever able to come to the conclusion. You know, it's just like you going through a maze, and the maze is simple, but you try to take the wrong turns on purpose and find a new way to get out, but you stay stuck hitting the wall. The Most High give us the plan, everything. All you gotta do is follow the Most High's plan, and that's that. All right. Let's jump over to let's go to John, St. John. We're gonna go to 8 and 32. Come. St. John 8:32.
Oh, you said what?
St. John 8 and 32.
Okay. This is St. John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Come. No more slaves to the lies. That's a big problem that we have. Is we love lies so much. Even so now when we hear the truth, we don't accept the truth as a truth. Though 1 plus 1 could be in your face and the answer is 2 all day, every day. But you're still trying to make it be 3. You want it to be 7. You want it to be 10. You want it to be what you want it to be. But as Yahweh Shai went through the high holy days that we kept, And I'm not gonna go through all of them. I just want to touch on one in particular. And y'all should know just past. But Yahweh kept every feast day. So if Yahweh is keeping the feast days in the scripture, and we supposed to be Christians and following Christ, what makes us think we can go ahead and do Valentine's Day and Christmas and Thanksgiving, and all these other just wicked pagan inventions of man.
Keep going.
It's lucky my mic went out for a sec. Okay, let's jump into Proverbs. We're gonna go to Proverbs chapter 3. Let me put it up from here. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31. Okay. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31.
All right, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 31. Even thou, not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
Okay, that's envy.
Envy, sorry, my bad.
It's lucky. Read that from the top
Envy,
again for me.
envy thou, not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
So we shouldn't want to be like no other nation. We shouldn't be trying to go figure out talking to this rock Islam. We shouldn't be trying to buy the Krishnu with the East Indians. We should definitely be following no Cesare Borgia, Mr. White Man's his idol, his image as the Son of God, which we know it ain't nothing about the image says strength or anything. All right, we should stick to what is for us. I think Ak Moses brought out yesterday that every nation loves each other. Just to sum it up, but black people don't love black people, and we don't even love and care about ourselves, man. Which is it's just damn shame, right? We all in a fight trying to please the oppressor, and it's not just one nation. It's all nations that have a hand in our destruction continuously. They work together. We know they have a a covenant with each other to keep us down, and it's been working for them. But now it's coming a time that we'll be breaking these chains, be coming away from us. Might not be every single soul of us, but it's going to be a good amount of us that's going to break away from this thing. Just sitting here today with brothers and sisters in this word, it's a great accomplishment because a lot of us came out of Christian church. Some people might not have ever been to church. Some people might not know nothing about the Bible or anything, but to start out in this word, as it's good that have for those younger watching this that might have children, get your children involved in this word early now. Don't wait till your children grow up to be in their teens and young adults and stuff like that to decide what they want to do with their lives. You got to instill those things in them from now. All right, so let me jump over to the book of Habakkuk. I'm going to Habakkuk chapter 2. And this is something that churches don't do. They don't go throughout the whole Bible. They got a certain curriculum that they learn, and they just stick to that script. They can't even answer simple questions beyond John 3:16, which they really can't even answer that. Which is just still funny, but all right. So let me get Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 12.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Come. So just looking at this land we living on now, though our people we inhabited it first, but the way it is now, the society is now was established through bloodshed, through the shed of blood of our people. Not just the native Indians that were here, but also our ancestors, different tribes that were brought over here on the cargo slave ships. Their blood was shed coming here too. Everything you see around you today is not the way the land was supposed to be, nor intended to be by the Most High. But our people they get wrapped up into the festivities of Thanksgiving when nothing about this land was given to these Caucasians that took the land, and they didn't sign anything or pay for it or anything. They got it through bloodshed, through war. They fought their asses off to get it. Now, because we fell out of favor with the Most High didn't have his hands in a fight with us, but that still don't make it right. What happened? This is a big thing that our people don't realize. And we like to take the holidays, especially this Thanksgiving, or as they say Thanksgiving, and we try to make it something for ourselves, which is just crazy and wicked, man. It has nothing to do with anything honorable to our people whatsoever. It's definitely about the death and destruction of our people, trying to get our numbers down, and they've been doing that throughout many different generations. They did it with rape, rob, and murder. They do it through homosexuality. They do it through lesbianism. They do it through birth control, abortions. They do it through all type of things to keep our numbers going down, right? And this establishing a town with bloodshed. When you talk to our people about it, because they put the term in there, Thanksgiving, and the word Thanksgiving is in the Bible, they try to equate the two together to make it seem like it's something special when it's not. You know, even the first Thanksgiving, it wasn't a immediately slaughter. Yeah, they did sit down and eat and stuff, but what we don't realize, not us on the lesson, but with those of our people in this world, what they don't realize is it was a plan from the beginning for these Edomites to come and do what they did. It was never a thing for them to just be over here and be chilling. And contrary to what people might have learned in school, what they tell you, the Caucasians, the Spaniards, whatever white nation it was, they knew exactly who they were coming over to here to deal with, and they knew exactly what they were coming to do. None of this was an accident. They didn't just mysteriously fall into the land of America and just say, "Hey, oh, these people here, we're gonna learn how to do these certain things." No, they knew exactly who they were dealing with. None of this was by accident. This is a thing where our people are extremely fooled out here, and through what they came to do, all the massacres they did, we're just establishing to make this a place of something for themselves. Now you got the same people that stole this land telling the people who the land is originally is that they're immigrants. They need to go back to their country. America's not for you. You got to go through immigration to get over here. You need a visa. You need permission. You got to pay this fee to be over here when you stole somebody's land. But they out of pride, our enemies out of straight up bold pride sit up there and talk to you as if this land wasn't stolen. I've even heard some white people say, "Hey, this is the New Jerusalem," and we know through the scriptures that's a damn lie from the pits of hell. Because we know what's going to happen to this place. When the Most High is not going to do to the New Jerusalem what He going to do to this place. The New Jerusalem going to come down from the heavens and reign on the earth forever. Right? Let's see what else I had. Stop right there. I'm gonna grab something else real quick. We're gonna go to Amos. So we're gonna hit Amos chapter 5. It should be verse 21. Come on. Give me the Amos chapter 5, verse 21.
Amos chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies.
Come. So the Most High don't want our feast days. What we want to be celebrating, what we want to do, the pagan holidays. Most High not into that. He don't even want to hear the music of these festivities. Don't want to hear that at all. That noise, you know. And this is so gruesome and so savage because every holiday you look up the origin of every holiday we follow. There's a trail of blood behind it. Even down to the lovely Valentine's Day, wicked and just sick and demonic as hell. Easter, wicked and sick as hell. All of these things are just off and crazy. Yeah, so it's it's crazy that we don't acknowledge what the scriptures say to celebrate, and the high holy days are in the Bible. So I don't see how the church goes off into honoring Thanksgiving, which is nothing good. It's not of the Most High. So how do we go? We fall into these things. It's taught to us by our oppressors, and as we read in Proverbs, we're not supposed to envy our oppressors and choose none of their ways. We shouldn't want to be anything like them. You know, though it's funny as we trying to be like them, They trying hard to be like us, but you don't see that in reverse. And it's like they hate their own ways even so much. You have entire nations that trying to instill our identity and then give us a new identity that don't even fit us. Even saying that we're Africans, the people that they're saying that we're in relation to and the place that we need to be don't even accept us. And then you look into Hamitic cultures and stuff, they know their culture, their customs, they know what they celebrate. We still the ones trying to follow everybody else and do what we see everybody else doing in this world, which is wicked as hell. All right, all right, let me grab Jeremiah. We can go into Jeremiah, uh, chapter 30. I'm gonna start this at verse 14.
All right. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased.
Done. And that's why we suffer. The Most High is punishing us.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee.
Keep going.
Therefore, all they that devour thee should be devoured, and all that thine adversaries, every one of them, should go into captivity. And they that spoil thee should be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
So like, hold it right there 1 second. So though the Most High allow things to happen to us, the Most High is saying, hey, He gonna get these people back for what they done. So it's not a good thing that they did to us. They might think, oh, we getting away with murder. Oh, that was my ancestors. That happened so long ago. Yeah, it did. It happened a great while ago. But the Most High don't forget nothing. Don't forget nothing, man. And it's not even so much something as a sorry or hey, you know what, we stole your land, let's give it back or anything of that. Hey, let's create a holiday saying thank you for us having this land. We're gonna sit down every year in November. We're gonna have a feast to it to honor what we did. And then hey, we're gonna take a word. It's in the Bible, Thanksgiving, which that's not from my knowledge. That's not what it was really called. I think it was called something like the harvest celebration or something like that. But as I mentioned earlier, they knew what they were going to do. They knew they was going to take this land. It was in the plan all along. I don't know if any one of y'all read up on Columbus. Even before he came over here, there were people already coming here. So he definitely wasn't the first, nor was he the last person to visit this place. But as our enemies knew what they were going to do, the Most High know what he going to do too. Yeah, y'all going to get over on my people for now, but I'm going to repay all of y'all, and every one of y'all going to go into captivity. Every nation. Not just because you didn't do it or it's just my ancestors that did it. Everybody. Because as we mentioned before, the Most High judges nations. Not all Israel sinned and went off and was worthy of captivity, but we fell as a nation. So when the other nations come at us and they do things against us, the Most High is going to deal with them as a nation. Keep going, verse 17.
For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
So we worthless. Oh, this is Zion. Zion ain't worth nothing. Jerusalem is not worth Jerusalem. It ain't worth nothing. And it's speaking about the people, right? Because we've been beaten to pieces. We've been destroyed, man. And nobody comes to help us. Not even our own people come to help us. They only come to calm us down. And when we have riot and we destroying Mr. White Man's towns and stuff, they come to talk to us because they're getting paid to do it. But they don't really give a damn. And that's the crazy thing. And we still end up honoring these devils. We still end up trying to be like them, envious of what they got from their appearance to everything. We destroy the very melanin in our skins just to match them. We do things that represent a curse. It's blonde hair, blue eyes. Especially that daggone blonde hair. Nothing about that is good. That's pretty much like animal fur. Even probably considered lower than animal fur. You know, but we want to be these things. Keep going. Verse
Uh,
18.
hold on one second. Okay. Um, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places. And the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof.
Come. So the Most High is going to restore everything to us. So we're going to go back into our land. So it's okay, Mr. White Man stole this land. All right, it's cool.
Get
Have your
down.
fun and enjoy yourself.
Baby, get
Celebrate
down.
your Thanksgiving every chance you get, every
Get
year.
down.
Celebrate it, live it up. But our people need to come up out of it. We need to let our oppressors do their own thing for themselves.
Come here.
They celebrating a personal victory to themselves. It's not that it's a benefit for us as well,
Come here. Come here.
because we're not really necessarily ruling in this kingdom. Yeah, we're not ruling in this kingdom. Even the people that might be a part of Congress, might be a lawyer, a doctor, somebody of high status here. We're doing this underneath another nation. At the end of the day, we don't have the ability to free our people and to put ourselves on any type of status that we want. We do everything underneath another nation. And the Most High never intended it to be like that. The Most High set it up for every nation to have their own land and have their own rulers within their own lands. But we look at it as it's okay to live the way we live in, and it's not. Keep going. Read verse 19 for me.
And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry, and that will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small.
Come. So that's that word right there that you see in the scripture, Thanksgiving. So the Christians, and people in general just see that word and they think that that's what Mr. White Man is talking about. You know, when this is not something that's happened yet. So how are we celebrating being thankful for something that hasn't happened yet? Yeah, we have faith and we encourage and we focus and patience to get to the kingdom of heaven, that we can be thankful and celebrate with Thanksgiving, with true Thanksgiving, not with a feast that represents the rape, rob, and murder of entire nation of people, where you bring down a nation to low numbers. That's cruel and wicked. So when black people hear the word Thanksgiving, it's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna celebrate, the Most High. No, our people have even been afraid to research to even understand what something is. We so daggone crammed up in a damn turtle shell with our heads and tails, everything tucked inside the shell. We won't even look at if somebody show you information. Look, this is what Thanksgiving really represents. This is what it's really about. It's not about anything of the Most High. So you sit around your table with the nice spread laid out, and everybody go around the table saying what they thankful for to God when they don't have nothing to do with it. And then some people will say, well, since we got to work every other day of the week, and we only get the holidays that this country allows us to have, then we're just going to take it for ourselves as a personal celebration. We're going to make it something new. But that's not what the scriptures tell us to do. If you got to work, because we in captivity, you got to work, pay bills and stuff like that. Do that. If you do get time off, take the time to rest, man. Don't take the time off of your jobs to honor nothing evil about this kingdom. We should never do that. We got to stand strong. Like RQ said, we got to be 10 toes flat always, all day, every day. We can't step up for nothing. Because putting ourselves in this type of mentality, this makes us join with our enemies, and it makes us all feel like we all thankful to be just one big old happy family, one big old rainbow coalition, one big giant melting pot. When at the end of the day, your oppressors, they go back to their nice neighborhoods, their good conditions. Even the poor and broke ones of them, they still able to come up if they want to come up. Don't take nothing but 2 seconds for them to clean themselves up and go get some corporate job and to tell you what the hell to do. And if you ain't listening, they got a nice 4x2 cell. If they can get them any daggone smaller, they got a nice little box to put you in. You know, and our people just don't realize it. We got to stop thinking that we equals. We not. If our enemies know, Mister So-called Esau, the Edomites, if they know they're not superior to us just genetically, but we feel we so inferior to them just because of the position that they hold, because they running everything. Something ain't right there. We got to realize why we in the condition first. Knowing is half the battle. Right? I got a few more scriptures on. I think this one is in Psalms, but definitely we need to come back to the high holy days in the Bible, and we need to follow what Yahweh Shai said, who the word English calls Jesus Christ, because if Christ was doing these keeping the biblical holidays, and we supposed to follow him, why can't we do it? It shouldn't be impossible to listen to what the Most High is saying to do. It should definitely be spot on point. Hey, this is in the Bible. I attend church. I believe in the Lord. I'm gonna do what He says. That's what Christians do. They follow and they do with Christ, not just listening to the scriptures or reading the scriptures to yourself and say, "Oh, that was nice for Christ to heal those people. Oh, that's nice for Christ to keep the Passover. That was nice." But then you don't do it because then you can't claim to be a Christian. You can't claim to be somebody that follows Yahweh Shai. You can't make that claim. It makes no sense to do that. All right. So let me grab Psalms. We're gonna do Psalms 100. Yeah, that's 100. I'm gonna have you to read all 5 verses.
Book of Psalms, chapter 100, verse 1. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good, his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations.
Come, right? So this is again not talking about and no November. This is the third Thursday in November. This ain't talking about that. This is not that Thanksgiving, right? As I mentioned from an earlier scripture we went through, there's going to come a time where we are going to celebrate with Thanksgiving, being thankful for the Most High doing things for us, not being thankful for genocide, for rape, robbery, murder, slaughter of our people, even our babies, down to the babies. And it was something you brought out early in Exodus. I think you went that deep into it, but you kind of touched on it when it goes into how Pharaoh were killing, they were killing the Egyptians were killing our male children. Now, if anybody know anything about genetics, biology, the man has the seed, the man determines, the nation of the child. So if Pharaoh was literally able to obliterate all the male Israelite men, then it wouldn't be no more Israel. You know, it'd be whatever nation is taking our women and breeding with them. It'd just blot us out. So then Israel would no longer be be in remembrance. That'd be the rap. But the Most High didn't have it go like that. So then when the Most High repaid back what the Egyptians was doing to us, people don't see that, hey, there is no equality there with the Most High. The Most High prefers his chosen people, the people he chose to be the rulers of this earth. And this is even when we was in chains in captivity, just like now today. That's why we have to focus more on what the Most High is telling us to do. And that's definitely predominantly, hey, what ceremonial laws are we to keep going into the customs of keeping the high holy days, not just modern society's holidays, right? Just to throw this out there real quick, I mentioned Valentine's Day earlier, which is known as Lupercalia. If you look that up, for those viewing this, you look that up, man, you'll see just how wicked and evil it is. There's nothing loving and caring about Valentine's Day. All they do is repackage some evil stuff, put some hearts on it, which the image that they show as a heart is really not a heart. They reteach it to you, and you don't even know that that's the image of the heart that they show today is supposed to be an ass behind a buttocks. That's what that is. That's not even what a heart looks like. But that's how they spin off on everything, and then we just pick it up We take it for face value and we run with it, and we just start celebrating it. You know, Valentine's Day was also another a bloody situation. You know, um, what was that verse? That was verse. Okay, come, right. Verse 2. Just to jump back into that real quick. It says, "Serve the Lord with gladness, and before His presence with singing." Right. Every holiday, especially Christmas, you have all of these carols and all these different type of songs that they do. That's not the type of singing that this is talking about. You know, maybe they do got Thanksgiving songs now or something, and I never really paid too much attention to that, but they probably do. But it's we singing towards the goodness of the Most High, not the goodness of our oppressors and what they've been doing to us. We not that's not what which is just, that's not what Thanksgiving is about. It has nothing to do with the Most High doing anything good for us, right? This is our enemies helping themselves to us at our weakest point, man. All right, got a few more. I'm gonna grab Joel chapter 3. Let's see, 3 and should be 15. Oh, Salaki. Verse 5. My fault. We're gonna take this from verse 5 to verse 8.
All right. So this is Joel, chapter 3, verse 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons, your daughters, into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it.
I went a little bit above what I wanted to, but that's still good. It's still bringing out the point. So
Who were the Sabians?
so for verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, right? So when the Spaniards came over here, then they say 1492, and I'm not sure if that's the exact year it happened, but somewhere along there, they went into Puerto Rico, which they call a rich port. They took all of the gold and diamonds they could get, everything. And the Grecians, as it mentions, so-called white man, the Greeks, they go to Africa and do this all the time. So much so they have rights over any fields. You know, they take whatever the hell they want to take. So for them to come over here to this country and take all the resources, soak them all up, and then now you charging the people whose land it is to live on the land, and you charging them for the resources that they rightfully own. It's like breaking into somebody's house, you move into their house, and then you charging them rent to live in their own house, for them to live in their own house, which is it's just crazy, right? Verse 6, it says, the children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem. This is going into the northern and southern. Have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye may remove them far from their borders. Now, this is one way to look at this. So when you look at what happened with the Native American Indians, when the settlers came over here, pilgrims, Caucasians, however you want to look at, Mr. White Man, Mr. Paleface, as the Native Americans call him, the Paleface, they started taking bits of their land and they would push them back in the reservations. And when they weren't satisfied, they'll make a peace treaty saying, "Hey, all right, we're going to leave you with this land right here." But then they will break their peace treaty and they will move their borders back again. They will move them back, take more land, and keep taking more land and more land until you just got them all pushed into a corner. Then to try to make it good, you allow them to have these daggone crazy ass casinos for them to just drive themselves drunk and mad, but you're still not giving them back what's rightfully theirs. It's just like I take $100 bill out from somebody, but I give them 50 cents. Like that's fair, and it's not. And they still got to pay taxes and stuff, you know. And even now, they still trying to build pipelines and build up condos and hotels and all of this fancy stuff. So when Mr. White Man get ready, They move the Native Americans back even further, push them into a corner. And what they really trying to do is just get rid of our people, man. They don't want our people at all. That's why when you look at the technology they building, they're trying to find ways to replace the free help that they had. So that's why they try to do the robotics that we talked about earlier, to try to change those things. So that way they feel like they don't need this at all. But the Most High not allowed them, ain't gonna allow them to prosper. We gonna have a true Thanksgiving when the Most High gives them into our hands, and then we gonna celebrate with real Thanksgiving at the Most High, while we slapping chains on their neck and dragging their asses into Jerusalem. They're gonna be gardening for us. They're gonna be feeding our cattle. They're gonna be planting our gardens, man, taking care of our children. Everything that's happened throughout this whole the history of Thanksgiving being created and even starting as a thing, it's all gonna turn right back on them, right? So it's no need to worry or even feel like, hey, we going through so much hell. The Most High going to definitely repay them back. All we got to do is keep following His ways. We can't fall victim to these holidays. And I know Thanksgiving is definitely a huge one because it's followed by an even bigger lie, Christmas, a gigantic lie. You think Thanksgiving is such a it's a lie, man. You ain't seen nothing till you get into the lies of Christmas. They tell you that's where Christ was born. It has nothing to do with the Son of God. Nothing to do with Yahweh Shai. Nothing at all. Not even close. They so far off with it. But again, we keep choosing the ways of our oppressors. Keep envying them, trying to be like them. And this is all due to lack of knowledge, to being ignorant to these things, to not knowing. In which the Bible says, hey, the Most High wink at our ignorance. We don't know something, we're supposed to define. We're supposed to seek the Most High. That's what a person that says he believes or says she believes in the Most High, you're supposed to seek out the Father. All right. Let me grab another one out of Psalms. So we're going to go back, Psalms 55. Let's get Psalms 55 and 20. I'm going to have you read 20 and 21.
The book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
And that covenant, as I mentioned, that's going into the peace treaties that they kept making with our people. And they kept telling the Native Americans, all right, we just here for this and that. You know, we just need a little bit of something and we good. They'll break that agreement. That's what that covenant is. They break an agreement. And in the laws, when we make a covenant, we make a vow, we can't break that. So that's automatically canceling out them being people of God. This country likes to brag about being a God-fearing country, and nothing about the Most High is in these people. Nothing, right? So you can't make an agreement with somebody like that, especially on the level they did it, and then just break it, right? So our people wasn't even trying to have war with them. We took them in. We taught them how to survive in the different weathers. We taught them how to garden, how to get food, how to hunt. We taught them many different things. And the thanks that we get was to get slaughtered and killed. Read verse 21 for me.
Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Come. So they spoke some nice things. They made it sound real good. Esau know how to make them deals sound real good, man. But in the end, just like the Romans, they shake your hand and stab you right in your side. I'm pretty sure they still do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that old gladiator type stuff that they be doing, man. Esau is wild, man. If you think there's a nation crazy and just sicker mentally than Esau, you just don't know. I know a lot of our people would try to think that we're worse than Esau. We do worse things because we kill each other. Yeah, we do. We do. It's learned behavior, but to the level that they do it, man, they do massacres, you know, and none of the stuff that they're doing is for any purpose of good. Look how since they took this earth over, they've been killing the earth. No nation other than the Edomites have been killing the earth. Even when the Babylonians ruled, they wasn't destroying the earth like this. The polluting the water, the air, is everything. They're destructive, right? And they don't even realize how dumb they are. How you going to destroy the planet that you got to live on, that your descendants got to live on, dummies? How you contaminating the waters that your great grandchildren got to drink from? Your wives, your daughters, your mothers. How you destroying something like that? You contaminating the food supply. You know, people at the Butterball turkey plant having sex with the turkeys and doing all type of sickness with them. Don't you know your own people can buy that stuff and eat it and get sick and die? Esau don't even care about himself, man. And this is all kicking and screaming due to not getting the covenant. Most High knew in his heart Esau was just abominable. This is nature. That's what he was created to be. And he was created to serve his brother Jacob, the Israelites. Right? So we got to be mindful of these smooth words. Matter of fact, read verse 21 for me again.
Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Come. And you got women that have this type of mentality too. They got them smooth words just like that oil, man. You do, man. Some women, oh my goodness, they make you feel like something. And the whole time they just playing with you. But this what the oppressor do.
They
This
learned
this is
well.
Satan and God. Exactly. Come. They learn definitely from the devil, man. Mr. Red Devil himself. That's why we cannot be like our oppressors, man. You can't stress this enough. And the Most High, all throughout the scriptures, always tries to get us to come back to Him because He know all the bad things that's going to happen to us. Most High already knows it. He knows these other nations don't have nothing good for us. He know we set up for the slaughter. This is why we keep getting caution. Even Yahweh Shai, when he was saying, he warned us, come back to the Father. But a lot of us, we made mockery and we felt like, hey, we good right now. Like, I got my nice job. Hey, I own 20 acres of land. The Romans gave me 20 acres of land. They don't bother me. I just want to sit over here and be good. No, why just take something so small? You happy with a crumb out of a cookie that you're supposed to have the whole cookie. You ain't supposed to just have a rip from a piece of paper. The whole sheet is yours. Or you got two apple trees when you're supposed to have 1,000. We get beat down and we get torn up mentally, and we just end up just surrendering and giving up. Just like the scriptures talk about that old lion. Who's going to rouse that old lion up? Who's going to get him on his feet? Who's going to get him growling? That's what we're doing now through the scriptures. We preparing ourselves to take the kingdom. Because when Yahweh shall return, it ain't gonna be no, oh, I didn't get it, or I thought those Israelites was playing. And a lot of the people that's saying this or thinking like this don't realize they Israelites themselves. We're not telling you to follow some religion like you're a Baptist or Episcopalian or Catholic or Protestant or any of that. We giving you your culture, your heritage, your nation, your tribes, because that's originally what it's been about, is nation and tribe. But we follow our enemies, our oppressors, into believing something else, and then we celebrate with Thanksgiving to being happy for nothing. We happy to be in a low state. We happy to be on the bottom, and we get used to do some great things in this country, and not just in this country, all throughout the world. We get used to do great things, but we don't see it that way. We say, hey, if the slave master ain't happy or we don't have his approval to do certain things or feel a certain way, we don't want to do it. The greatest thing we can do to piss off the slave master is love each other more. Go to work, be friends with your own people, love your own people in public, help each other out. And I know Jake can be a hard head Negro, harder than a damn ass, man. Dumber than a sheep. They say sheep got to be led. They got to have a shepherd. Sheep can't just go on by themselves. They get lost off the nothing, and that's exactly where we are. We definitely the lost sheep. Look at us. Some of us don't even want to be found. We love to be lost. You know, I was talking to a husband and wife some years ago. This was probably maybe my second or third year in the truth, is when I was really learning about the history behind the holidays. And I'm explaining to them, when you read the Bible about Easter, it doesn't speak as a good thing. And they were just so dumb and just, oh well, my church, we do this. Okay, you said your church does this, but don't you believe the Bible, or you believe the pastor? Well, my pastor, he speaks all these different languages. He's been teaching for 30 years, and he no, but what does the Bible say? Is he reading this from the Bible? Because I'll show you in the book of Acts, Easter is not a good thing. Even if you take the Bible out of the equation and just historically look up what Easter is, Easter is not good at all. Same thing as a primary holiday I'm on today is Thanksgiving. Nothing is good about Thanksgiving. Nothing's good about Christmas, violence, none of that stuff. Anything you look up that this kingdom does as a holiday, even a lot of these children's stories, you look at the root behind them, they real gruesome and bad. From Snow White to what's that other one? Cinderella was another bad story. Oh, and the list goes on, right? But you cannot tell Jake anything. Jake know everything. I tell my wife this all the time, Mama One, and you can attest to this. I always say the person that knows everything can't learn nothing. Don't I say that a lot?
Uh,
If you know everything, you can't learn a damn thing.
mm,
And them the people that know nothing at all. As soon as you tell them something, oh, brother, well, this is the time I use for me and my family. But brother, you celebrating rape, rob, and murder of your own people, pretty much. That's what you celebrate. You ain't doing nothing honorable to the Most High. Well, the Bible says we celebrate Thanksgiving. Yeah, but don't you know your oppressor just put that word in it on the holiday to make it sound nice? Don't you realize that your enemy has some smooth words he can speak to you, and you just follow that, right? Our people was at peace. See in verse 20, we was at peace. We wasn't trying to have no smoke with these Edomites when they came over. We treated them like visitors, like the laws tell us. When we have somebody sojourning in our land, we supposed to treat them with be hospitable to them. You're not supposed to just look at them and just dash them to the side. No, we still show respect. It's not just because we the chosen people of God, we just go ahead and just spit on everybody. No, that's not the way the Most High have it. But now, if other nations want to bring in their own custom and culture and stuff, you want to bring in your idols, hey, we smashing that. You ain't coming in our land with that garbage. You in here, you gonna do as we do.
mhm.
Huh. Let me grab I only got two more, and I'm gonna close this out. Let
Salakia.
me
Hey,
kind of go.
also with Thanksgiving,
Kind
um, if you could look up, it's this thing called cornucopia,
come.
which which also is in reference to Thanksgiving. You know, we've probably seen that whole basket with fruits and vegetables on it, and
Kind.
it's like a horn shaped basket.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
I know
that.
exactly what you're talking about.
That's what Thanksgiving is. It goes all the way
Mm-hmm.
back to antiquity of cornucopia.
That's what the
I didn't
COK.
really,
I think.
yeah, C it's like CORNU. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, kind. Yeah, this what you're talking about. Let me.
Yeah, check images and see if they have it.
Yeah, kind.
There you go.
Cornucopia.
That's always been associated, this image, right? It's always been
Mm-hmm.
associated with Thanksgiving here in
Kind.
America. So I think it's in like, you can go to Wikipedia and it'll even tell you.
Yeah, that's why they also consider it Harvest Festival.
And
Yeah.
that's what they originally was associating Thanksgiving with. I think I had that pulled up here.
Yeah, it does. They try to put it together. They try to make it seem like it's more innocent. It's something more, I don't know, better thing. I don't know why. So this is supposed to be represents a bountiful harvest, good fortune, and plenty of food. Mm.
What was Thanksgiving anniversary? Yeah, I was looking at this earlier. The harvest celebration, and more than likely, this was us being hospitable to them devils, just like I was mentioning, and they would give them food, and they took it as, hey, they giving us this. Well, all right, let's just take what we want.
But yeah, go back to cornucopia because it goes further
Okay,
than that.
okay,
And
let me
go to
pull this up.
all.
Okay, you want
Like
to read this out for me?
go to okay, which one you want me to read?
No, Slack, go. I'm just trying to bring out the point you're trying to get.
Yeah, go it was just on I think it's in the Wikipedia where it breaks it down and it
Oh, okay. I think I see what you're talking about.
yeah, there it is. Down.
Well, it says something about Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so well, this right here, right? It
Yeah.
says in
Says
classical antiquity, the cornucopia from Latin cornu meaning horn and copia meaning abundance, right? So
Okay.
also called horn of plenty was a symbol of abundance and nourishment, commonly a large horn-shaped container overflowing with produce, flowers, and nuts.
yeah, but read the Greek and Roman mythology part.
Yeah, yeah. Scroll down a little bit. Yeah, mythology offers multiple explanations of the origin of cornucopia. One of the best known involves the birth of nurturance of the infant Zeus, who had to be hidden from his devouring father, Cronus. In a cave of Mount Ida on the island of Crete, baby Zeus was cared for and protected by a number of divine attendants, including the goat Amalthea, who fed milk with who fed him with her milk. The suckling future king of the gods had unusual abilities and strength, and in playing with his nursemaid, accidentally broke off one of her horns, which then had the divine power to provide unending nourishment as the foster mother had to the god. But if you just look at it from just this standpoint, right,
Okay.
it's all Greek Roman mythology, like goes
Oh
back
yeah.
to their gods, just like all the other gods, like from Valentine's, you name it. And we see this being referenced today with Thanksgiving, although it's not much attention being drawn to the ram's horn with the vegetables and stuff like that.
That
But
looks
it
demonic.
but its origin, right, in and of itself shows that this still is an idolatrous holiday. So
Okay.
celebrating Thanksgiving is not just, wrong in the, Thanksgiving, right?
Mhm.
Because of all the 100 million people that were killed for this day, but it also has idolatrous ties to it as well.
Okay. Okay. We know that was definitely a big sacrifice to the the Roman gods, Roman and Greek gods. Because it speaks about how the devil requires blood as a sacrifice, and the Most High requires a living sacrifice. But there's definitely a good point to bring out. I was gonna bring some other stuff out about this, but I didn't get too much of a chance to run through everything. Okay. You got anything else on this, Doc Moses? He might have stepped away. Yeah, this definitely was good to bring this out.
Wallachia, the kids.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I was
Uh,
just asking if you had anything else to bring out on this on the cornucopia.
Nah, that was it.
Yeah. But this is definitely something. Like I said, even with Valentine's Day, it has this demonic side and it has this sick. It's all demonic, sick homosexuality side and just whoredom and all type of wickedness in it. It's just not just one part to it. Like we get the soft version of it. It's about love and stuff like that. When it's definitely not about that. None of it's of the Most High. Can't knock Moses to water for this, man. Con. Let me bring out these last scriptures. I think I got just one more or two more. So let me grab Isaiah. We got Isaiah 3 and 15. Put up 3 and 3. Con. So you can read I'm on your Isaiah chapter 3 verse 15 for me.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 15. Hold up. What mean ye what mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord God of hosts.
Con. So this is an outcome of what's happening, not just Thanksgiving, just about any holiday you think about even Easter, man. We always been set up as just pawn pieces just to be sacrificed. We get beat down and slaughtered, and nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. No, the other nations don't care, and majority of our people don't even care. As long as I got my bills paid, I got my place, my good job, your 6 figures or whatever you might be getting, even if you're a daggone millionaire, that's all Negroes care about. Nothing else. But what we don't realize when we try to rise against other nations, they coming at you full force, man. Then they'll show you no mercy, as they shouldn't, you know. So we got to stop trying to do our own thing, man. We got to get back with the Most High's program because things like this, man, we just gonna keep getting beat down to pieces, man. We're not gonna be elevated at all the way we deal with each other, right? We'll choose. I think Moses, you brought this up yesterday. Just pointed out, we'll choose to go help a white person rather than help our own people, and we don't see that it's funny. Me personally, I don't care if a black person is a mile away and they hanging on the cliff, you know, and I make it there. I'm gonna break my neck to make it there to help that rebel, that sister out. I walk right past Mr. Esau, and won't even care. He can go off the cliff, but I'm gonna help my people. That's the mentality we all need to have because collectively, though we might have problems with each other, at the end of the day, what's about to come on us, we all gonna need each other. We all gonna need each other. When Jacob's trouble really kick up full force, there ain't gonna be no let me get a second to think or I wasn't prepared for this or what does the Bible say again? It ain't gonna be no more of that, man. That's gonna come to a halt. So it's gonna be we getting the word, then it's gonna be like we're gonna have to be together, but in the Most High's name. Not only in his name, but in his word. That's how we have to come in the Most High's word. That's the only thing that's gonna save us. The same way AQ was bringing out earlier, when we went to war, the Most High told us exactly what he wanted us to do. If the Most High say, hey, only send 2 men in, the Most High can say, hey, just let David go out there and contend with Goliath is which really happened. And David was able to put Goliath down because he had faith, right? Not just faith alone, but David was keeping the commandments of the Most High. And Most High knew this. So when David went out bold as a lion. David wasn't shook or nothing. The other nations laughed. And a lot of nations laugh at us even to this day because they see what we do to each other. And the thing is, they help us stay against each other, right? Something as small as you people might think it's small to celebrate Thanksgiving or any other holidays, but that's a great disrespect to the Most High. That's spitting in his face because the Bible particularly tells us don't do these things, man. I gave you the high holy days I want you to celebrate. I gave you the ordinances. I don't want you doing your own thing. I want you to do what the hell I'm telling you to do, or else, right? It's either you listen to the Most High or death is waiting on you. And the Most High don't always give us too many chances. Some people in the scriptures, Most High just took them right away. Sometimes it's sure he give us time to repent. Listen, men and women. You know, look at Jezebel. Jezebel was having a ball. She was a, excuse my expression, she was a bad bitch. She was doing what the hell she wanted to do. She was the boss and everything. Most I got tired. All right, your time is up. You had your fun, Jezebel. Come on, gotta go. And we see what happened to her. So this is the Most High wants us to come out of the foolishness, man, and get ourselves right, come together, unite, love each other. Right? I don't care how much you might hate on your brother or your sister, man. We gotta cut the foolishness out. And one of the greatest things I noticed with our people, man, it's so stupid, man. Is even to this day, man, we still have the neighborhood mentality. This is my hood, that, my hood, that, my hood, that, my hood, this. But we never say that when the old person's come in the neighborhood. We hold the door for them. We so kind and courteous. Hey, you want me to carry your bags? We so nice to everybody but ourselves, man. And it don't even have to be nobody that ever done something to you or your own people. That's the sad part, man. We always do each other evil for good, man. You can be nice to a sister, she cuss you out just to do it. You can't even speak to the women in this country, your own sisters, pretty much. You can't really say nothing to them. You gotta be careful. You gotta walk on thin ice with them, man. But that's the men of the Lord. We ain't afraid of none of that garbage. Eve can run them off all day till it fall off. And I personally don't care. Let her talk till her tongue fall out her head and her mouth is dry as the sand. Snap her neck, all that, fingers, whatever she want to do. Twirl that lace front, all of that. She do all of it. Turn her head like the exorcism, everything. We care nothing about that, man. Because it's all about loving your people, man. If one of us is hurting down, we all supposed to feel that, you know. But let me close this out real quick. And bring this out in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach and Apocrypha. We can go to chapter 12. We're gonna hit it on verse 10. All right, this is number one diamond jewel right here. If they know, we should know this. Come on. There you go,
Ecclesi-
Amawani.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Come. And that was one of the things that happened there, the whole Thanksgiving feast. We was too kind to our enemies. Now, it is in our nature to be nice, man. I mean, it's in our nature to be humble people, man. As Israelites, we're not wild beasts, man. We some simple laid back people. Yeah, we have fun, we dance, we sing, we jam, we cook, we feast. That's what we do, man. And you brothers and sisters, you know that, man. I love to cook, man. Love to cook out, man. That's my thing. I'm a laid back dude, man. I'm not. I ain't out here trying to ruffle nobody's feathers, man. But I sure ain't gonna let nobody ruffle mine, right? So we gotta stick to this. Read this one more time for me. I'm on.
Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Come. It might not be the first day, second day, third day, but we always got to be watchful, man. Always. We can't just get comfortable. That's pretty much what they're saying, man. Don't get comfortable. Yeah. So what? You was made a supervisor on the job. You can work the position, do what you got to do, but you always got to keep one eye open, man. Any minute, your enemies turn on you. No, this slaughter of Native American Indians didn't just happen overnight, man. They got comfortable and they seen it. They spoke them smooth words to our people, and then as soon as they got them comfortable and relaxed and laid back, they went in for the kill, and they ain't stopped there. They started taking a little. and they took more and more, and until now it's like our people don't have nothing, almost not a damn thing. Even in the other countries that we live in, our numbers are just so low, man. And every other nation can go over there, these other countries, and prosper. I look at Jamaica. You got the Chinese people prospering over there like crazy. Look at Trinidad Tobago, the East Indians out there prospering like crazy. Why is it that we can't prosper in these countries that we were drug into, that we built? Why we not prospering like that? Then we look at the little simple dumb things. Oh, well, you got some music artists coming out of here. Yeah, but what are they doing to resolve these situations? They're not honoring the Most High. They're not doing that. You know, and the little people that they may really know the Most High and follow the Most High, that's going to secure them and their family, if of course if they listening. But we still got to be mindful of trusting our enemies, man. We cannot just, and this is not just Mr. Paleface. This is all nations outside of the nation of Israel. All nations, right? We got to be mindful. We got to we got to be vigilant, man. It's a dangerous situation we playing in. Very dangerous. These other nations, they came together to come against us, and it's just like with all of that happening, we just still won't learn. And the big thing in the school system nowadays, they try to reteach the history as if a lot of this stuff never happened, as if it was all good, man. They trying to teach that we came over here to work. So we came over here all them years to work. We don't why we don't have anything, man. Then they try to make it seem like, well, oh, you're not learning a good enough trade, or you're not studying hard enough, or you're not as educated or anything. Why do I have to be educated and learned up to have what I'm already entitled to, what the Most High gave me already? You know, maybe we would have all of these things and be on these levels if our heritage wasn't stolen from us. Maybe we would have that if we was, in our own land. And what the scriptures say, this whole earth is ours. We the landlords. But with that being said, man, I don't want to rant on too much. I just want to say definitely, man, there's Israelites, man, there's black, Native Indians, Hispanics, and not just anybody that fall under the title, because some people do try to fake and sneak in and try to creep up, the the tares and the wheat, man. Some people do try to get up and just become us, man. Not everybody, but for those of us whose ancestors have been through this, you know, those of us, you know who you are, man. So with that being said, man, I want to say Shalom, Ashar Shabbat Shalom, the waters to the Akim and the Akiwa for coming on to the lesson. This is Akbayana. Till next time. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
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 Family.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.